was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. While this opening paragraph of A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens references a different scenario in world history, the similarities to what we are experiencing as a city and nation today cannot be ignored. Dickens tells us of a time of despair and suffering on one hand, and joy and hope on the other. As I share this spring 2020 State of the City message, we are gripped by uncertainty of what lies ahead and an understandable yearning for a return to normalcy as we respond to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. As history has shown, in a crisis, the character of a community is revealed. My City Council colleagues and I are working with city staff and dozens of community partner organizations and agencies to provide individuals and families, as well as businesses and organizations, the support and resources they need to respond to and recover from the physical, mental, and financial impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. Likewise, each of us has a personal responsibility to this community we call home, and it is simple. Follow the educated direction of our healthcare professionals and medical experts. Stay safe, stay home. If you must go out for essential supplies, healthcare, or to work, follow the social distancing guidelines to stay 6 feet apart. Plan ahead to minimize shopping trips. Do not invite friends into enclosed areas to socialize. Wash your hands often and refrain from touching your face. If you cannot social distance when out in public, please wear a mask. These efforts will help to flatten the curve and limit the spread of coronavirus. We recognize the damage this pandemic is forcing upon our local, regional, and national economies. While the long-term impact is unknown, the short-term impact is already devastating to our small business owners, families, nonprofit organizations, and more. One of the greatest sources of encouragement and optimism is that our citizens are rallying to support those businesses where possible. Meals are being provided to those in need. Neighbors are looking out for one another. Citizens are supporting impacted restaurants and essential businesses, as well as donating to nonprofits to help those in need of assistance. This response represents the unity in our community. And for the foreseeable future, we must continue to look for ways to work together, because all indications are this will be a long-term economic recovery effort. As opportunities become available and conditions permit, I encourage all who are able to support these efforts through volunteering your time or expertise, or donating supplies or financial support. I want to conclude by conveying the collective gratitude of our community to all our healthcare professionals and to all essential businesses and organizations providing the critical services and goods we all need to survive. I likewise want to thank our first responders, our emergency dispatch, fire and police departments, and our public health staff. I also want to acknowledge the unsung heroes managing our water and wastewater system, trash and recycling, and public transit for providing those critical services, private citizens sewing masks for use by our healthcare providers, as well as city staff and Dubuque's nonprofit community and partner agencies who continue to serve our most vulnerable residents. These are challenging times, but together we can make the best of them. Even Charles Dickens saw a ray of light. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness, it was the spring of hope. Thank you.